General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason is truly facing major adjustments in his battle, and the new troubles he must solve are stacking up. It is no longer just a personal confrontation, everything has now become a battle of greater impact, where every step Jason takes could lead to unforeseen consequences. His confrontation with Cyrus is not just a fight to regain justice but also a battle against past obsessions, memories of enemies he once defeated, losses he had to endure, and those he swore to protect at all costs. But this time, the situation is different. Cyrus is no easy enemy to defeat, and he's playing a more dangerous game than ever before. Jason can clearly see that Cyrus doesn't just want to manipulate Port Charles's underworld, he wants to shake the very foundations Jason has built. Cyrus' actions are not only threatening the safety of those Jason loves but are also placing him in a situation where he can't back down. The explosion in this confrontation is slowly becoming clear as Jason realizes he can no longer just play defense. If he doesn't take action first, Cyrus won't stop. The obsession to end this danger is growing stronger within Jason, pushing him into a situation where he must choose between staying calm or diving into an unrelenting battle. With his calculated plans, Cyrus is trying to lure Jason into a game he can control. But what he doesn't realize is that Jason is not the type of person who can be manipulated. He's faced enemies like Cyrus before and knows that if things go too far, there will be no turning back. The adjustments in Jason's actions are making everything crazier than ever. As tensions rise, a major explosion is imminent, and no one can predict its outcome. Will Jason actually decide to eliminate Cyrus once and for all, or will this battle pull him into an inescapable vortex of danger? One thing is certain. When everything reaches its peak, there will be no room for mercy, only one person can stand tall after the coming storm. Cyrus is targeting Liz, Joss, and Danny, three people who mean the most to Jason, and this is pushing everything into an unprecedented danger zone. This is no longer a typical power struggle in Port Charles's underworld, it has become a personal confrontation where Jason must choose, either protect the people he loves or let Cyrus continue to manipulate everything and put them in harm's way. Cyrus targeting Liz is a clear sign that he is testing Jason's limits. Liz has no involvement in power struggles, but her connection to Jason and her being Jake's mother make her the perfect target for Cyrus to exploit. He knows Jason cannot stand by if anything happens to Liz, and that's the weakness he wants to exploit. If he can distract or destabilize Jason, he'll gain the upper hand. But Liz isn't the only one targeted. Joss has lost Dex and is seeking justice on her own, making her an easy prey. Cyrus understands that Joss can be lured into dangerous situations if he knows how to provoke her anger. Joss is someone who isn't afraid to face danger, but that very trait makes her an ideal target. Jason knows that if Joss falls into Cyrus' hands, it's not just her life at stake, but her spirit and belief in justice as well. But the most dangerous thing is that Cyrus is targeting Danny. Nothing could make Jason lose control more than someone daring to touch his son. Cyrus may think he's just sending a message, but he doesn't understand that by targeting Danny, he's signed his own death sentence. Jason can control his reactions when it comes to power and money, but when his family is threatened, nothing will stop him from acting. Jason has tried to hold back, tried not to let his emotions take over, but now, there is no other choice. Cyrus has gone too far, and Jason knows he won't stop unless he's completely eliminated. The troubles are escalating, and everyone can feel it. Carly can see the change in Jason's eyes, his calmness has turned into an unwavering determination. Those who have fought alongside him also understand that Jason has stepped onto an irreversible path. Once he takes action, it will be the end of Cyrus. This fight is no longer about power or control over Port Charles. It's about family, about protecting those Jason cannot afford to lose. Cyrus thinks he can continue pushing people into danger, but he doesn't realize that this time, he's crossed a line Jason will never allow to be crossed. Jason's declaration of war is not just an empty threat. It's a commitment, a promise that if Cyrus doesn't back off, he won't have a way out. Jason knows he must be cautious, but he also knows there's no time left to wait. Jason has never been one to act impulsively, but this time, things are different. No more compromises, no more leniency. Jason will not only face Cyrus, he will end this threat once and for all. Port Charles is on the brink of an explosion, and everyone can feel it. Carly knows that once Jason makes up his mind, nothing can stop him. Sunny understands that Jason won't stop until everything is resolved. And Cyrus? He may think he still has control, but he doesn't realize that he lost the moment he decided to target Jason's family. This battle will not end in silence. When Jason strikes, there will be no room for mercy or pity. Cyrus has brought this fate upon himself, and now, Jason will decide his end. A storm is coming, and only one person will stand tall after it all. Jason knows this isn't just about eliminating an enemy. It's about ensuring that no one else he loves will suffer because of Cyrus ever again. And once Jason takes action, nothing will change Cyrus' fate. Cyrus is preparing for a new battle, and this time, he's not just targeting power, he also wants to eliminate anyone who dares to stand in his way. He has spent time observing, calculating, and planning every step, and now, when the time has come, he will not hesitate to unleash his most powerful attacks. But what Cyrus doesn't realize is that it's his reckless moves that have pushed Jason into a state no one can control. Until now, Jason has always maintained calmness, always been cautious with every action. But when Cyrus targets the people he loves, Liz, Joss, and especially Danny, he can no longer stay on the sidelines. This is no longer a fight for power in Port Charles's underworld, but a personal confrontation where Jason must choose, either let Cyrus continue causing unimaginable danger or take matters into his own hands and end it all. Cyrus has always seen Jason as a formidable opponent, but this time, he is directly challenging someone he cannot control. When he targets Liz, he thinks he's finding a weakness, but he doesn't realize he's sparking Jason's fury. Liz is not involved in these power battles, but because she's Jake's mother, her safety is the boundary Jason will never let anyone cross. Cyrus also knows that Jocelyn, after Dex's death, is obsessed with taking him down. But rather than let her act recklessly, he decides to turn her into a pawn in his plan. If he can control Joss's emotions and make her make a mistake, he'll be able to hurt Jason without acting directly. But that also means he's inadvertently created a reason Jason cannot forgive. However, what Jason truly cannot accept is that Cyrus dares to target Danny. This is a line no one can cross. Jason can endure a lot, but his son is the one thing he will never let anyone touch. If Cyrus thinks he can use Danny to pressure Jason, that's the biggest mistake he's ever made. Jason has never been one to act hastily. He always calculates every move carefully, keeping a clear head to make the best decisions. But this time, there is no choice. Cyrus has crossed the line, and Jason knows that if he doesn't act now, the consequences will be worse. This time, there will be no warnings or veiled threats. Jason has sworn to destroy Cyrus, and when he makes up his mind to do something, nothing can change it. This isn't an empty promise, it's a commitment Jason is willing to fulfill at any cost. He knows this will not only affect him but also send shockwaves through Port Charles. But he also knows that if he doesn't do something, Cyrus will continue causing unpredictable tragedies. Jason's loved ones can feel this shift. Carly knows that once Jason has made his decision, nothing will stop him. Sunny understands that this battle will not end peacefully. Even people like Anna, Dante, and Sam know a fierce battle is approaching, where not everyone will survive. Cyrus may think he's in control, but he doesn't realize that from the moment he decided to go up against Jason, he signed his own death sentence. He's been the one in the shadows, manipulating everything from a distance, but now, he's stepped into the light and become a direct target for one of the most dangerous people in Port Charles. No one can predict the outcome of this battle, but one thing is certain, this will not be an ordinary confrontation. Jason doesn't just want to defeat Cyrus, he wants to ensure that he'll never have a chance to harm anyone again. The explosion is slowly forming, and everyone can feel it. When Jason takes action, there will be no room for mercy or pity. This is the final battle, a fight where only one person can emerge victorious. Cyrus may have thought he could manipulate everything, but he misjudged Jason. And now, as the storm approaches, no one can stop what's about to happen. Jason knows that his decision will change everything, but this time, he doesn't care. The only thing he cares about is ensuring that Cyrus Renault will no longer be a threat to the people he loves. When the final moment arrives, when Jason faces Cyrus, there will be no hesitation. Once he strikes, there will be no turning back. And when this battle ends, Port Charles will never be the same again. Jason will do whatever it takes to prove he's not just a warrior on the battlefield, but a true father, someone ready to protect his son at all costs. He's missed too many moments with Danny, and now, as Cyrus threatens those he holds dear, Jason knows he can't step back. This is not just a fight for justice, it's a battle to protect his honor, to avenge Sam, and to show that he will never let anyone harm his family without paying the price. Sam is gone, leaving a hole in Danny's heart that can never be filled. The boy has lost his mother, and now, his life is being threatened by cruel forces like Cyrus. Jason cannot accept this. The anger within him is boiling, but this time, it's not just rage, it's a vow that he will not lose anyone else. Every action he takes from now on is driven by a single goal, ensuring that Danny has a safe future, free from threats like Cyrus Renault. Cyrus may think he still controls everything, but he doesn't realize that it's his reckless actions that are pushing Jason to the limit. Each step he takes, every threat he makes, only strengthens Jason's resolve to destroy him once and for all. For Jason, this is no longer an ordinary battle, it's the final confrontation, a fight he cannot lose. Port Charles is slowly feeling the heat from this showdown. Those around Jason can see the change in him, an unshakable determination. Carly knows that once Jason makes his decision, nothing will stop him. Sonny understands that this time, Jason will not just warn or threaten, he will act. And even Dante, who always strives to maintain order and justice, knows that nothing can stop Jason from the path he's chosen. Cyrus may think he still has a chance, but he doesn't realize that his time is running out. Jason is ready for the final battle, and when the moment comes, there will be no room for mercy. He will do everything to ensure that Cyrus is no longer a threat to Danny or anyone else in his family. And when the decisive moment comes, Jason will not hesitate. The explosion in this story is approaching, and Port Charles will never be the same again. When Jason and Cyrus face off, it will not just be an ordinary battle, it will be a battle between life and death. Jason is ready to prove he's not just a cold-blooded assassin, but a father, a warrior, and the one who can finally end the threat of Cyrus Renault once and for all.